Hey everyone. So it is vExpert season, and for those that are current vExperts, you know what that means. You know to update your applications, you know to make sure that you've kept all that information about all the things that you've done for the past year. I'm sure y'all have been, right? And put all that into an application that's going to be looked at by, Corey and the other pros that are going to be out there that can say who should be in the vExpert program and who not. But this video is really for those that are more curious around what vExpert is and why you should do it. So if you are a VMware user, you probably understand or have heard of the vMug groups or VMware user groups that are out there. These folks are probably local to you, and they do things like, how does VCF work? How does NSX work? Or some things like that. And they're very useful for understanding things locally in your area, right? So that's going to be kind of the main theme here, is that a vMug group is local to where you are, where if you want to become a vExpert, or what does vExpert really do for you, it kind of expands that reach to national and in a lot of cases global, depending on where your expertise is and who you actually start reaching out to, right? This is a big group of people, and they have incredible intelligence around different use cases or different problems. So real quickly, my area is the Dallas-Fort Worth area, and I don't have a lot of automation people that I talk to at vMugs. So when I first started first started going to VMware user groups, I didn't have a lot of people to say, hey, I'm having this problem with vRealize automation or with scripting or Terraform or however, right? There wasn't a lot of people that I could reach out to in the vMug groups. And because of that, I couldn't really find that technical expertise. Well, when I became a vExpert and I had a area of expertise within vRealize automation, then I was able to just reach out to a huge group of people that was, unbeknownst to me, some of the most technically just understandable and relatable in terms of where my expertise was, that just helped me understand how I could do something that I never thought was possible with the same programs that I've been using for however long I've been using it. And I hope that's the same for everyone that does come into the vExpert program, is that they see that availability, that use case, and really love that community that they get to be a part of. So in the vMug, it's very much kind of like you might be a big fish in a small pond, maybe. But when you get into vExpert, that pond is huge, right? It's an ocean of technical experts that are very willing to help, very willing to listen to what problems you're running into and try to troubleshoot them with you. I've had multiple times where I've just gotten onto a Zoom call, just like a free Zoom call, and just sent it across on Slack and had someone hop in and go through something. There are also different vExpert groups that will randomly have groups that meet and just talk through different things. And these come up very organically, right? Just as a community grows, they have these different abilities to say, hey, we're going to be playing around with XYZ. If you're interested in learning more about it, come join us, right? So it has that expanded reach as well. A lot of it can also be said in terms of the licensing, in terms of, the pros that you get for being a vExpert. But to me, that's really what vExpert is, and that's really what it expands for you by putting you into a much bigger pool, much bigger, I guess you could say an ocean of individuals that are likely aligned to your expertise in the VMware space, but also, if you're NSX or if you're vRealize automation, have that specialized expertise to really help you grow, understand, and, be successful. The other point to that pool is there's the technical expertise, but there's also career advice, helping in terms of like imposter syndrome, or I want to get to this career, how do I do that? And really helps people grow, just not from a, how do I do XYZ, but how do I get to this next career step? As you grow in that community, you start seeing where individuals are. Like, for instance, I want to do developer relations, or I want to become a systems architect instead of just an engineer. How do I do that, right? Ask those questions and you'll get answers back that may help you get to that next tier, the next level that you want to be at. So there's a lot of career advice that does help you. From my perspective, I was a vMUG guy for about a year, and then I connected with a guy in my area who told me to start a blog, told me to start putting out content to try to help other people utilizing Visualize Automation. And it wasn't anything amazing. It was just basic how-tos and getting started, those types of things. But because I did it, and because I added my voice to a group of other voice, it allowed me access to expand my expertise, right? And that's where that growth comes from, and allows you to not just be a guy that writes how-tos, but then starts writing things like, I've had this very specific problem, let me write about that. And then you'll have somebody later on down the line come up to you at VMware Explorer and say, hey, you wrote this, that completely helped me, thank you so much. I try to do my best to go up to people who wrote blogs and tell them how impactful that blog was, because a lot of times when you're writing content, creating content, making videos, you don't know if it's really helpful. You just try to get things out there that you hope help someone. And so it's really good to get that feedback back and tell others that, hey, what you did actually is helpful. That's another great thing about the community. So this is just a quick video. If you're interested in applying for vExpert, definitely apply. You have nothing to lose. Please reach out to a vExpert Pro like myself or others, and we can help you fill out that application, and you can get that sent off before it's due. Thanks all. Have a great day.